Welcome to Ouro Preto, Minas Gerais, a city that looks like it's frozen in time, but don't be fooled by its quiet cobblestone streets. This was once one of the richest cities on earth. In the 1700s, rivers of gold flowed out of these hills, funding places in Portugal, gilding churches with real gold leaf, and shaping Brazil's history forever. Here you'll find Baroque masterpieces, secret revolutionary movements, and stories of artists and visionaries who left their mark centuries ago. Ouro Preto is the first whole city to be designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a living museum where every street corner tells a story. So let's explore the secrets of Ouro Preto, the city of black gold, revolution, and timeless beauty. Samba do Marília is a weekly roda de samba on Friday night starting at 7 p.m. This weekly event started in Carnaval of 2023 with a guitar and some sound gear, then grew into a fixed beloved cultural gathering. Much like the Brazilian culture, the circle is communal. Local musicians rotate, people come together to sing, enjoy, celebrate samba roots, usually free and outdoors. Here we are making a trip to Lavras Novas, this charming village near Ouro Preto. For the people of Ouro Preto, it's a perfect weekend getaway. There's a lot of charming restaurants with live music and also a waterfall close by. Pode pegar. After about a 5-minute drive and a 20-minute walk, you are rewarded with crystal clear pools and refreshing cascades. Cities in Minas Gerais, like Ouro Preto, may not have beaches, but the waterfalls here are everywhere, and each one has its own charm. Some are tucked away after a short hike, and others open into big natural pools. It's really the perfect way to cool off and connect with nature in the middle of the mountains. I think this place is so beautiful. It's got European charm, but with a Brazilian rhythm. And it's just so culturally dense. It's a very beautiful town. If you're in Brazil, in Minas Gerais, you have to stop by here. This place is amazing. Felipe lives here now. He was telling me the story of why he came to Ouro Preto. Yeah, so let's listen to what he's got to say.
I came here, and this first time I came to Tiradentes Park, it was love at the first sight. It's like I said, I want to be living here. That's the most beautiful city I've ever seen. I love the architecture, I love the stories, I love everything about it. I just knew it was love at the first sight. Years later, I was trying to enter in the med school, and I wasn't gonna be here. I went to Paraíba, another state, another city. I kept dreaming about come here. I had the chance just to try to wait on the list to Universidade Federal of Ouro Preto. I was one of the last students to be called to be here. It was awesome. It was like a dream coming true.
That's a very common romantic place in Ouro Preto. Like people come here, drink a wine, come with a couple of friends or maybe a romance interest and they would see the sunset over here.
O Paso Pizza Jazz. This is undoubtedly one of Ouro Preto's top spots. Everyone was telling me to come here. Known for wood-fired pizzas, international dishes, and they have an excellent taste of music and terrace views. One of the best serving experience I've had in a long time.
Obrigado, moço.
One other restaurant I could highly recommend, Bar da Nida, a highly authentic bar tucked away on a steep cobblestone street. The food here is outstanding. It's a great spot to experience the real bohemian soul of Ouro Preto.
The empire age in Brazil, they would have to pay 20% of every single gold they would mine. And
the horses couldn't carry the gold on the streets, the same streets where people used to walk because they would be robbed, right? So they had this special way of coming to Ouro Preto. This is a national park nowadays.
Yeah.
Horto dos Contos, where they would come from the behind of the coin house and would pay the fee. Like it would be melted and transformed into coins, the
Damn.
pure gold. So they have a entrance behind where people would come from the mines and would coinage.
And it would be safer like that.
It would be safer, right?
Nice.
Carriages of gold, they would come from the back here, from the back of the house of the coin, and they would carriage here. They would make the coins and they would take 20% to the crown.
A direct physical link showing how slavery was the engine of the colonial economy, even in highly official institutions.
It's not crafted. They would open the stone and make this area for them below the houses.
Wow.
Take the stone.
Very
Feel the coldness.
Yeah.
It's very cold.
That's insane.
Yeah, imagine
My God.
to sleep here.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is.
So the slaves built most of the city, correct?
Yeah, everything actually. No one would work for money here. Brazil was one of the last countries to abolish slavery. Like 1888, we had slavery around here. Ouro Preto has mines. Actually, the name of the state it's General Mines. So they used to use a lot of slaves to take gold and plate and stuff like that.
When people think of a gold rush, California usually comes to mind. But Brazil actually has the world's first great gold rush. In the 1690s, gold was discovered in Minas Gerais. Over the next century, Brazil produced nearly half of all the world's gold. Entire towns like Ouro Preto became rich baroque centers. But the wealth came at a brutal cost. Hundreds of thousands of enslaved Africans were forced into the mines. The gold fueled Portugal's empire, built palaces in Europe, and left Brazil with lasting legacy of churches, art, and Afro-Brazilian culture. Brazil's gold built an empire, America's gold built a nation.
60, 80, 150.
150.
Vocês têm uma casa de topaz imperial aqui.
Genuine Imperial Topaz is vastly more rare than diamonds or blue topaz. The gem can show different colors like orange, pink, and yellow when you view it from different angles. So while Ouro Preto's story is built on gold, its most exclusive treasure is undoubtedly Imperial Topaz. In Ouro Preto, you'll find a bunch of these artisanal stores with local flavors. Many of these places offer free samples of their products, making it a perfect place to taste Minas and also take it home with you.
All right.
Cachaça aqui é muito bom. The streets are made of soap rock, so it's very slippery. Actually, everything here is made of soap rock. It's a very common type of rock around here. So they make statues with soap rock, plates of soap rock. Everything is made of soap rock.
Here we have the very famous Feirinha de Pedra Sabão. The specialty of this fair is soapstone, an important living tradition in the craft artisan economy of the region. A very notable historic figure who happened to work a lot with soapstone, Aleijadinho, Brazil's most celebrated colonial artist. Despite suffering from a debilitating disease that deformed his hands and feet, he created some of the greatest masterpieces of Baroque art in the Americas. Working with chisels strapped to his arms, he designed and sculpted iconic works like the Church of San Francisco de Assis in Ouro Preto and the 12 prophets carved in soapstone at Congonhas. His art blends European, Baroque, and uniquely Brazilian elements, making him a symbol of creativity, resilience, and national identity. Today, Aleijadinho is remembered not only for his extraordinary talent, but the ability to transform pain into beauty that still defines Minas Gerais. This square is named after the historical figure Tiradentes, a dentist who became one of Brazil's most notable freedom fighters. He became a national hero as the face of Brazil's first independence movement in the late 1700s. For the North Americans, think of him like a George Washington figure. Inspired by the American Revolution and Enlightenment ideals of France, he fought for independence, a republic, and fair taxes. The Portuguese crown caught him, executed him in 1792, and displayed his body as a warning. But instead of killing the idea, it made him a symbol of freedom. Today, he's remembered as Brazil's equivalent of a revolutionary martyr. This museum is the sacred ground of Brazil's first struggle for independence. Tiradentes was the charismatic voice of Inconfidência Mineira, the plot against the Portuguese rule that ended in betrayal and execution. Housed in the very building that the governor's palace and the prison for the conspirators, its walls echo with a failed revolution. Here you see the original trial documents that condemned heroes. The heart of the museum is the Panteio, a grand tomb where the remains of revolutionaries, including the iconic martyr Tiradentes, were finally laid to rest as national heroes. It's where the artistic splendor of Ouro Preto collides with its revolutionary and tragic past, telling the powerful story of birth of a Brazilian identity.
Actually, people that lives here, they are more traditional, but it's a city of a university, so there are a lot of students and a lot of new people here.
Yeah.
So they are very open-minded.
So it's pretty modernized ideas.
Yeah, pretty
I see.
modernized. This is the lover side.
Yeah.
The story tells that if you ask for a love to Ouro Preto will grant you in this place.
One thing you can't help but noticing when walking through Ouro Preto is the amount of churches in the city. Due to the gold rush wealth in this area, the people of Ouro Preto were able to construct many churches.
That's crazy. Were they all in competition with each other? Or like that other spot you were talking about? Would you say they had that here? Or?
Yeah, it wasn't a war or anything like it. It was more like I have the best church ever, and people would try to have the most famous one, the most beautiful ones, try to build it.
And that's why this place is so beautiful, out of pure competition.
Basílica Nossa Senhora do Pilar, richly decorated with over 400 kilos of gold and silver leaf. It is the second most gilded church in Brazil. The sheer density of its ornated carvings covered in gold creates an overwhelming effect of divine splendor. It serves as the main parish church that holds the city's most important religious festival, the Feast of the Holy Sacrament. Igreja de São Francisco de Assisi, designed by Aleijadinho in the 1760s, including the soapstone pulpit and altarpieces. The church is considered the supreme synthesis of the partnership and a pinnacle of Brazilians' creative genius. Paracoia e Santuário de Nossa Senhora da Conceição, one of Brazil's oldest churches, notable as the burial place of sculptor Aleijadinho. It was designed by the architect Manuel Francisco Lisboa, Aleijadinho's own father. The museum holds a major collection of Aleijadinho's sculptural works and personal artifacts. Igreja de Nossa Senhora do Rosário dos Pretos, Built in the 1760s to 1790s by Black Brotherhoods, its unique circular floor plan is believed to reflect West African cosmological influences. The interior is notably simpler than most churches, as it was funded entirely by enslaved and freed Black community.
So at every church there's a cemetery, huh?
Yeah, and like it was a nobility thing to be buried in the main churches of the town. Very, very, very far from today. They used to carry saints made in wood and would put gold into there to the guards don't see the gold. Keep the gold.
Hide it.
Yeah, to hide it.
Yeah.
So we call someone that is trying to be nice, but it's not as nice as that. That's Saint of Pauco. I don't know how to say it. It has a cavity inside of him.
There's something hidden inside.
Yeah, hidden
There's
inside,
something
yeah.
mischievous about this person. Huh? The first time I came to Rio de Janeiro, I was like, wow, this place is magical. There's like a feeling in the air, you know? And that's exactly the same feeling I have here. Coming here for the first time, absolutely beautiful. It's like coming to Europe in Brazil, and it's just
Travel city.
yes.
Time travel. You are back to the 1800s and you are experiencing the same stuff that people used to experience.
Yes, absolutely that. So-
My father used to tell me that it's impossible to be fat around here because of the hills. When you walk, you get thinner, man.
Perfect cardio. I'm needing this. I'm eating too good here, guys. I'm eating way too good, so this is definitely deserved.
Never skip the leg there, man.
Never. It ain't easy out here in these parts.
Não, preocupa não. Só vou demais. Você quer tirar?
I think this place is incredible. I think everyone should come to Ouro Preto. This is like a place like Europe that, you know, it's just underappreciated. I think it's just got this energy that's so nice to it. The food here is amazing. The people here are amazing. And the nightlife it's just beautiful. The way it's just lit up at night and all the waterfalls close by. I mean, this is a spot everyone should see. Yeah, this is like a paradise. Beautiful people, a bunch of hills so you don't get really fat, you know, like Felipe's dad says. There's a million churches. I just want to give you guys a little bit of the taste of this area, Ouro Preto. It's magical. It's so beautiful. I'm extremely impressed. I was not expecting something so impactful. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful place to come. Stop going to the same places all the time. You got to go to these places, you know, that are just out of the way. And no, yeah, hidden gems. You got to go to these hidden gems.
Look, I'll just say this. Ouro Preto is not a World Heritage Site for no reason. The city feels incredibly safe, the food is delicious, and there's an amazing energy in the air. With so much history, art, and beauty packed into every corner, it's a place everyone should experience at least once. And for Felipe, I really appreciate you taking me around the city and giving me a place to stay. You handled the vlogging like an absolute professional. Such a beautiful place. I love spending time with you, man. Hope everything's going well. If you ever need anything, you could always let me know, man. I actually had to leave Ouro Preto earlier than planned because of family arriving in another part of Brazil. Luckily, the channel The Wandering Travelers generously shared their footage with me. They're a wonderful couple who travel the world exploring fascinating places, and I'm very grateful for the help. Be sure to check out their channel. I've linked it in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps the channel grow. Drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences or anything you want to add. Alright guys, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.